I want to do a series of videos on dry baking using different kinds of stoves. Let's take a look at some dry baking video. Hi, I'm Sam with BatchStovez, and today we're going to do some dry baking. We're going to try to make some biscuit complete buttermilk biscuits. These are just add water biscuits, and I've got about half a package that I've mixed up, maybe more than a half a package, that I've mixed up and put into a 10 centimeter dry baking dish. Now this dry baking dish, I did not grease or add any kind of cooking spray. I just stuck it straight in here, and we're going to see how bad it sticks, if it sticks. I'm going to be using a remote fueled alcohol stove. This is a prototype of mine. I'm trying to get something that will do some dry baking, and with dry baking you need something that burns slow. A stove that will boil 2 cups of water somewhere around the 12-minute range. And I think I have that with this stove, so we're going to try to do some dry baking with it. And inside the 12 centimeter cook pot, I'm going to place a ring, an aluminum ring. Now this ring is just from a cut from aluminum bottle that I had laying around. Some people use the ring, some people use rocks. Really, you can just cut you a strip out of an aluminum can and make a coil out of it and stick that in the bottom. That works well. But we're just going to drop that right in the bottom, put the lid on it, and stick that right over our stove. And let's set a timer. I don't know if that timer's coming in on the video. We are using heat, gasoline antifreeze, which is methanol. Let me get the lights. Don't know that you can see the flame under there. Let me see. It's a little bright in here, I'm sorry. Maybe you can see the flame. Going to go ahead and put a windscreen on here to keep the heat around the pot. I'll edit the video or fast forward it or something to save some time, because we know this is going to be a 20-minute long. Okay, so now we're at 5.5 minutes. When doing dry baking, typically you need something that, or at least in my experience, you need something that has a low heat output. You want a constant low temperature. If you have something like just a regular standard aluminum bottle stove that boils 2 cups of water in the 5-6 minute range, it's way too hot for any kind of dry baking that I've tried to do. You end up burning the bottom, and the center is raw or not done, and it's just not a real efficient way to do some dry baking. Okay, sorry, had to do a camera swap. My other camera seems to have been out of juice, so we'll have to piece this together with 2 different cameras. This camera I don't like the video resolution on this camera quite as much as the other cameras, so I try to use this one more than the other one. But we're at about 9 minutes or so now. John over at Flat Cat Gear, he's done many things, many types of dry baking, baking in general. Excuse me. And he's had great success with Esbit fuel tablets, using an Esbit type stove. So stop by. John's a great guy. Stop by his website, at flatcatgear.com. You can get a lot of ideas from him for dry baking. Looks like we're at the almost the 12-minute mark right now. Now with the remote fuel stoves, getting the level of fuel is a little tricky. Ideally you want to have the bottom of the fuel bottle level with the inlet of the remote of your alcohol stove, and if you get everything just perfect, you'll get a bubble every 2 or 3 seconds, and you know that you're fueling your alcohol stove pretty efficiently. I'm sure that different alcohol stoves will have different fuel consumption cycles, and I'm pretty happy with the design so far. It's very similar to some of the other designs. It's a 2-piece design. Kenny over at Mini Bull Design incorporates into his. I think he came up with that idea, and I like it because you can have the same base and change different tops for different types of heat output that you need without having to buy a whole new stove or a whole new setup. It's easier to manufacture that way, it's easier to make, and you don't waste as much material using a 2-piece design. You can make the top, if it's a bigger size or smaller size, you can make it out of a smaller stock than the base, and you're not wasting all that material and the time it takes to mill all that material out or to turn the part down. Alright, looks like we're at around 14 and a half minutes. Coming up on the 19-minute mark. The BatchStovez 12cm Dry Baking Combo comes with your 12cm cook pot, comes with a 12cm lid, a wire handle with the silicone tubing over the handle. It's you can pick it up, it doesn't get hot. Just leave the handle up in the up position like this. The handle stays cool. You can pick the pot up off the stove. It comes with your 10cm dry baking dish. The lid on the 12cm pot is vented. It also, as an option, you can get a lid for the 10cm dry baking dish inside the pot. And if you order that lid, Dry Baking Combo, it'll come also with the vented lid. The vented lid's nice, it releases the steam, and it's real convenient. You can, it doesn't get hot. You can pick it up, so it works well. Okay, we're on the 20-minute mark now. Let's take a peek and see what we're looking at. Okay, it is getting there. It's not really brown on the sides yet. I'm going to give it a few more minutes. I'm not really sure what it's going to look like. Alright, we are at 24 minutes now. Let's take another peek. Yeah. It's hard to tell if it's brown on the sides. It really is hard to tell if it's brown on the sides. I would hate to risk burning it, but I'm going to leave it in there a few more minutes, maybe 6 more minutes. Let's just go to 30 minutes, which is twice as long as the package says, because the package says it's ready in 15 minutes, but that's with a 450-degree oven, and we definitely do not have a 450-degree oven. Right there, 30 minutes. So I'm going to blow the flame out, and we will see if we can get a peek inside. See what we got here. So you can see it's nicely baked. The edges do look brown now. Now remember, this was without any kind of oil inside the baking dish. Just plain baking dish. It has the anodized finish on it, and we'll see how well the anodized finish does. So I'm going to let this cool off for about 5 minutes or so, and we'll come back, we'll pop it out of the baking dish and see what we got. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. As you can see, our timer is at like 36 or so. You know, see what the biscuit temperature is inside. We're at 38 minutes, 38:04. 38 minutes and 163 degrees. Let's see if I can get that turned. There we go, 163 right here. 163. 163 degrees. Sorry about the lighting, folks. Now this was without any kind of spray or, oh, it's still kind of hot, any kind of spray or oil of any kind. Let's tap on the top, wiggle it a little bit. Oh, there it comes, there it comes. Okay, and you can see the inside of the pot. It's pretty clean. Take a paper towel, wipe this out. And you're clean and ready for the next dry baking session. Thanks for watching the video. I'm Sam at BatchStovez. Stop by the website and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Have a great day.